night at the GOI's Detention Center in Aurora, Colorado. I wanted to test my Wi-Fi. I'm picking up my Wi-Fi from my van. I'm wondering if I should turn it off or not. But it just disconnected from me. I don't know what the picture's like. How is the reception? Can you please tell me? I'm going to turn it off. Here we are. Okay, let's turn it off. Is it any better? Is it any different? Did you hate it when you crack your screensaver and it looks like your phone's cracked? So, hey, hey, Artie, good to see you. My Wi-Fi, I was picking up my Wi-Fi from my van, so I turned it off. I don't know if it's better or worse because it's not, you know, all 5 bars so over here. I don't know how far away it reaches, you know. So we're testing it, but nobody's answering me. We're turning it off and on.
The police stop you again?
No, I didn't. It wasn't police. It was the freaking security card that was over there. Yeah,
Police.
Yeah, I definitely want to be. I've seen him before, but yeah, last week I
Hey.
Speaking of cops.
How are you doing?
You want a face? Hey, how are you?
How are you?
Very good to see you.
Dara.
Dara? Yeah.
Carol?
Yes. Yeah, anyway, I parked across the street. I came early. I parked across the street in the parking lot. That sure as hell looks like a trailhead parking lot to me. It's just Sand Creek's right over there, and the trail's right there. But apparently it's the property of the detention center. Oh. No. Drink and drive. What?
Yeah. Yeah. I have signed up before.
Okay. Jack, see ya. It's right here, Linda, my friend.
What happened?
But you're gonna do it after your.
Weirdo.
So I'm not.
Boy, nice. Alice. Alex, hi. Hi.
No,
Are you supposed to look at?
Oh, you smell amazing.
Oh, I don't know.
Do you miss your? What is it? Renaissance?
Yeah, I do. I miss the Renaissance
How are you?
Festival. I do. I worked the Renaissance Festival this year. I do it. I do it every year for a while. So tell me, how is the picture, guys? Here, the retouch on. How is the picture? Thank you. Thanks. So, I decided to turn off my Wi-Fi because I don't know how well that was. But anyway,
That's not how I want it.
Thank you for being here. We'll start. Hi, Kathy. So,
Está preparando un lugar para los mayores para que puedan divertirse.
not sure who's hosting tonight. Looks like we're gonna have some music. Hey, how are you? Notes of Descent. They're awesome. We've got more musicians over here. Looks like music tonight, huh? Yes, it is. Hey, how are you? I'm good. Good to see you. Good to see you too. Looks like we're having some music tonight, huh?
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hi. Thanks for being here. So. Setting up their sound systems. Cry haters snowflakes.
I have the worst. I should like close my phone, but I put it But no, it's fine if you have it that way.
Please watch your comments. Make I don't know. Just make sense. Like this Jack wasn't making what the heck. We want to see you. Matthew. Hi Matthew, thank you for being here. And Shika, hi, not the street. I'm good. You're a cosplayer? Black Paws Dragon, cool. Yeah, I had fun. I sold costumes at the Renaissance Festival. That's what I do. I sell costumes. And I love to dress up.
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah, music will be nice. I'm sure we'll be starting here soon. Thank you for being here every Monday night. That's what I got it. Hey. Immigrant protection team showing up for our neighbors. No ice, Colorado. Oh, it's Frida. It's Frida. It's pretty.
But she's not about the ice. It's so they're arrested for disrupting house or something. Okay.
Is this theater? Are you doing theater tonight or what? No?
No, we got dancers coming.
Oh, okay. So this is like the changing room. That's awesome.
Yeah, I know. Even that, maybe.
Okay. Well, hopefully.
Check. All right. Hello.
Answers?
I'm gonna say it.
Interesting.
You on Sunday?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're the one that was trying
You
to
were the
get
one
my
that
phone.
was hurt with
One, two, three, four.
what did you do? This one with
I think we're gonna got it all.
Yeah, pretty here. What is this? They're hanging up here. What is this?
Hi.
Hi, how are you? What is this QR code?
It's for our lyric sheet of our
Okay,
songs.
cool.
So hopefully it'll work. It's kind of big.
It's okay. So, what you could do, guys, is
Yeah, and we can. There's some QR codes up here too for
okay. So which
our socials.
okay. So these are what you can do is you can take a screenshot and then download it and get and then take a picture of it.
Yeah.
So for people watching, I'm saying on their phones.
Okay.
Lyric sheet. Oh, it's starting to rain. You go grab. Go grab. I think I'll go grab an umbrella from my yeah. Be right back, guys. I'm sure we'll be starting soon.
And they don't. You can say my city council person. But they don't like it when you just call out a specific person. You get 3 minutes. To be clear, you don't have to be. Yeah, we need more Arvada Bloomfield. Arvada Bloomfield. But in Boulder, we just have somebody who's been but she was coming regularly, but
Sunset today?
okay.
On PA?
And prior to the rush, they were it's a city council. So they first time they did she said something like the just let her speak. It was very fire she'll say some of us can't do it. But it's ultimately did you tell her like that's weird it wouldn't continue to spiral the first term. So we need more people in Boulder to show up too. You could Boulder and Denver to be Yeah, the heart check. Yeah, it looks like but it does. It is good when more of us can show.
Like I'll say,
Well, I would love to do it. I can go, I live,
Aurora is virtual right now. Okay. Almost anywhere resident. So that's okay. But I
I'm
don't
not
know.
in Aurora resident. No, I'm a double resident, but I live like on the lake.
Notes of descent are musicians.
I like to put the car better.
Yeah. Somebody just got on and said, hey, I'm looking for musicians. Notes of descent.
What's the issue? Saw you earlier, I was just saying, like, for a band, so I'm ready to do the hour, and I generally try to know everything. So. Okay, yeah, that's.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay. I'm so happy to have that.
I met them, even though it was virtually.
Love it. That is always
Organizing
That's comparatively close. I'm gonna go like
Cyber Psychosis, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us at our Monday night vigil. Every Monday night since March 17th, we've been holding vigil at the Geo Ice Detention Center in Aurora, Colorado. That's where we are ever since Jeanette Visquera has been kidnapped and detained here. We have been holding vigil for her and all of us detained here. It's a terrible, terrible place. But thank you for joining us. Looks like we're going to have some music and dancing tonight. Native American. And if you can make it down here, we're in Aurora, Colorado on Oakland Street, about 30th and Peoria. But every Monday night, community has been coming out. Gives you hope in humanity. Thank you for joining us tonight. Make sure you like and share, subscribe. You can watch every one of the vigils that we've held here, except for one. I missed one, personal reasons. But it's almost 6:30.
That's true.
Yes, I am.
I'm not familiar with that whole I'm kind of curious to see how like Denver mutates culturally and demographics. I was born. I know. That's exactly. Definitely way like. I just feel like a lot of demographics, a lot of
We have Discord, we have You're so prepared. So that way,
it's like
that,
there's almost like really fake
just so you can have multiple ways. Hey Alex, on Discord, if you're on any of them, I'm so that's where I am on that. Government room, my handle on Discord, so maybe you got floating around. Wait, I write it down.
look around like water, you know.
Just have to get to the point. Normally, I have to do things on Mondays. I'm not here, but it's real Monday. I can come
A lot of things are nice. I don't think the growth is going to stop. A lot of backwards.
I'll be back.
Tato. What are those? What are those flags? I have Israel. There's the other one I can't see. Can't tell. I don't know.
Somebody, somewhere, will get back to you.
Yeah, I think mostly rock bands. They were like, unless you're a super badass, probably not getting it does seem like they had us all in a half circle, just like interviewing one at a time. If I help you, I don't know. It's good to know. You told us all the way audio engineering works here. You just get on the oh my god. Oh yeah. I'm now making this connection.
Very quick.
That is the downside. Everyone
Across the street is from the Geo Detention Center in Aurora, Colorado is Sand Creek. Sand Creek runs through here.
Shit, you know what I mean? I mean, there's certainly plenty of
USA.
They're kind of special, but yes, very fun and very DIY. Each sticker is organically free-range.
So, thanks for being here with us tonight in Aurora, Colorado on a cloudy, it's kind of a cloudy night tonight. It's raining a little bit. I grabbed my umbrella just in case to keep my camera dry, keep my phone dry. Funny people. It's going to be playing some music soon, hopefully. And we'll be getting started. Thank you for being here. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Thanks for hanging in there. Ready to get started.
I can talk.
Yeah, whatever. Just watch your messages tonight.
Yeah, I like marching music a lot. A lot of the stuff I
I know, it's the one thing I don't see.
Well, actually, the clouds are kind of clearing up. Blue sky with some clouds. I guess we're safe from rain for now.
Hello. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for showing up. My name is Kelton. I am with the Notes of Dissent Marching Band here. We thought we'd open up with a little bit of a song before the RCA group over here talks to you. So we wanted to open up with the Palestinian National Anthem to show a little bit of support for just anybody that might be in some terrible situations right now. So.
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
What's up, everyone? Thank you for showing up tonight. My name is Tyler with the Revolutionary Communists of America. I did not prepare an official speech. I'm just going to speak from the heart tonight and say I grew up here in Denver, not too far from here, near Buckley Air Force Base. I grew up in a non-denominational Christian church, and I remember distinctly at one location, it wasn't that great. At the other one in Arvada, where the Latino community would show up for church, I was treated with respect and dignity. And so this cause is near and dear to my heart, and I'm so happy that we get to be a part of this together, even though, you know, these horrible things are happening. The fact that we're out here together showing solidarity is huge. And these people inside, they are Indigenous people. That's why I invited Indigenous dancers here tonight. These are displaced Indigenous people, and there's no other words for it. And so I want to give the mic to my comrade, Aaron, and thank you all for coming out tonight.
Gracias, y thank you so much for coming out. I have a little speech prepared about our organization. I also wanted to ask, ¿hay personas aquí que solamente hablan español? Solamente? Okay. In this case, I will just do the speech in English. Okay. Hello, friends and comrades. I'm Erin with the Revolutionary Communists of America, and we are honored to be hosting this rally today. I want to thank all the organizers of this event for coming out and being here since March 2nd. Thanks so much to AFSC, CIRC, PSL, and all the different groups who have sponsored this event over the last 7 months of Jeanette's detention. And many thanks to the greater Denver and Aurora community for being here week after week, month after month, in every season, sun, rain, and snow. And thank you most of all to Jeanette's daughters for your relentless strength and perseverance through this ongoing nightmare. Your dedication to your mom's freedom is awe-inspiring, and you have become incredible community leaders through this process. As a Denver resident for almost 20 years, I have followed Jeanette's struggle for a couple of decades. I've watched her grow as an outspoken community leader, even through times of terrible uncertainty, such as her time in sanctuary at the UU Church, where many of you supported Jeanette, Ingrid, and others who are at risk of deportation, as well as those whose families had already been separated by ICE. The work this Colorado community has done over the last several years has been foundational to immigrant rights everywhere. Thanks to Jeanette and her supporters, Denver is largely responsible for putting the sanctuary movement on the map in a national way. And even though sanctuary cities are under attack, we continue to be the resistance, the power, and the glue that holds this community together. Sadly, we know that Jeanette's case is not unique. It's part of a broader political picture now a picture of mass deportations and imprisonments all over this country. And the deportation detention machine has been present under every recent administration, Republican or Democrat. For example, we know that Biden deported far more immigrants than Trump did in his first term. And we know that Obama was considered the deporter-in-chief before that for his record number of deportations during his presidency. In Trump's first term, he tried to ramp up deportations, but he couldn't come close to Obama's numbers. Then beginning in 2021, Biden increased funding for police, for ICE, kept Guantanamo running, and even threatened to expand Guantanamo in 2022. Biden also kept funding the construction of Trump's border wall, even though it was one of his campaign promises to stop building the wall.
Shame.
And now with Trump back in office a second time, the fuel his administration has poured on this anti-immigration fire can only be described as a type of domestic terrorism aimed at destroying entire families, communities, and any sense of public safety, as well as the multicultural fabric of this nation. Not only has Trump attempted to ramp up deportations in his first year, he sharply cut back on refugee and asylum protections, slashed temporary protected status, deployed the U.S. military and National Guard to assist in border control and deportation, dramatically expanded ICE's deportation powers, and has begun a mass recruitment effort of ICE employees, offering recruits $50,000 bonuses.
Shame.
Trump has also attacked sanctuary cities like Denver and their protections, removed schools and churches from sensitive location protection, enabled arrests during immigration and family reunification interviews, tried to eliminate birthright citizenship, secured massive contracts to continue building the border wall, and expanded third country detentions beyond Guantanamo to Central and South America, Asia, and at least 3 countries in Africa. U.S. immigration detention is becoming a transnational capitalist project. We've all seen the nightmarish footage from the CCOP prison in El Salvador and Alligator Alcatraz. We know that these mass incarceration centers, wherever they are located, are black sites, just like Guantanamo, lawless centers of indefinite detention, torture, and disappearance without a shred of due process for inmates. And while Biden's deportation rate was even higher than Obama's at the end of Biden's term, Trump's anti-immigration campaign has a much more sinister flavor to it, motivated by white supremacy, cruelty, and Gestapo-like terror tactics. This anti-immigration terror campaign is also connected to the kidnappings and deportations of foreign students who have decided to stand up for human rights in Palestine. We've seen students snatched off the streets or from their dorm rooms by hooded men and whisked off to private detention centers in Louisiana and held there indefinitely for weeks or months. All of these Gestapo-like tactics have something in common. They are designed to terrorize us, to traumatize us, and to break our political movements. And there's something else these abductions have in common. The people being disappeared represent a direct threat to U.S. empire and the mythology of U.S. exceptionalism. Their very presence in this country is a reminder of U.S. imperialism abroad. Why are there so many immigrants and refugees here from Latin America, for instance? Is it because people want to leave their families and make a life-threatening journey across the continent to a foreign land so that they can struggle for years while barely making ends meet and missing their families terribly? No. Most immigrants and refugees are here because they have to be, and they are here as a direct result of decades of US and CIA interventions.
That's right. That's right.
They are here because of NAFTA, CAFTA, US-backed death squads in their home countries, US sanctions that have destroyed their economies, and US coups that overthrew their democratically elected governments. These immigrants, refugees, and asylees are the painful reminder of what US imperialism looks like when it comes home to roost. And under Trump's MAGA mythology that the United States is the greatest nation on earth, he doesn't want to have these reminders. Trumpism wants to erase people who show us the truth about US foreign policy, and disappear everyone who calls attention to the ugly underbelly of US imperialism. But up until now, I've only been talking about this issue as a political one. We also have to understand the economics of all of this. We have to understand, comrades, that these deportations, imprisonments, and forced disappearances, from Jeanette to Mahmoud Khalil, to the hundreds disappeared by the CCOP private detention center in El Salvador, these disappearances don't just have a political motivation. These terror tactics, first and foremost, have an economic driver. At this late stage of capitalism, we're witnessing military accumulation and global police repression like we've never seen before all over the world. Not only are we witnessing more global wars in rapid succession than we've ever seen, but we're also witnessing the most rapid expansion of for-profit detention centers in every continent, in every corner of the globe. Stock values for the GEO Group and Core Civic, the two largest companies in the immigration detention industry, spiked significantly after Trump's 2024 victory. GEO stocks rose approximately 45%, and Core Civic stocks rose by nearly 70%, reflecting major investor enthusiasm for anticipated growth. GEO, which manages approximately 80,000 beds across 99 facilities as of September 2024, is now the largest prison operator in the United States.
Shut them down! For profit.
And GEO's leadership recently launched a $300 million stock buyback program, signaling a very bullish long-term outlook tied to detention contracts. GEO is very optimistic that their stocks will continue to soar. Core Civic is also expanding with a new 5-year contract to reopen a South Texas family detention center projected to generate $180 million annually. And Trump's border wall, which Biden continued building, cost around $40 billion in Trump's first term, and now in Trump's current term, $97.5 billion has already been allocated for the wall's construction.
Shame.
Companies throughout Texas and Arizona are making bank off these construction contracts. The capitalist market is the invisible hand, comrades, behind the politics of white nationalism, hate, and division. Many members of the ruling class don't care about the morality of their policies one way or the other. Their politics change on a dime, depending on which way the wind blows and the market goes. Look at Trump himself. Throughout his entire career, he's been a member of the Republican Party, the Democratic Party, the Reform Party, and he's been registered as an independent. Wherever the money goes, Trump goes.
That's right.
And when global capitalism invests in war and the private prison industry, Trump goes right along with it. He will gladly generate whatever hateful, racist policies are necessary to justify his financial investments. Profits and the capitalist market are the driving force for the politics of the ruling class. Morality is an afterthought at best. What a dystopic stage of capitalism we've entered into. But this is what we're up against, comrades. And today, our most prominent activists and most vulnerable community leaders are being disappeared into this dark labyrinth of the for-profit prison industrial complex. And Jeanette's imprisonment, like the imprisonment of so many others, is just lining the pockets of politicians, investors, and private contractors, the pockets of the ruling class. So we can't just fight this oppression on a political level. It's not enough anymore to just fight white supremacy and racism. We have to fight this on an economic level as well. Our organization, the Revolutionary Communists of America, comes out of the Marxist tradition. And as Marxists, we understand that imperialism is the highest stage of capitalism. We understand that it's not enough to try to push Democrats or Republicans to reform the broken immigration system when both capitalist parties are profiting off of how broken it is. The ruling class profit off of wars and interventions that forcibly displace people from their home countries. And then when those very same people inevitably migrate to seek refuge, this same ruling class profits off their illegal detention and imprisonment. What a wicked cycle. What a sick economy. The system is broken, comrades. If we are to successfully resist Trumpism, we don't just need another Democrat in office to ramp up deportation numbers one more time, while trying to pretend to uphold human rights. We need a fundamental transformation of our political economy. We need a global transformation away from imperialism, colonialism, US interventionism, and the profit-driven wars that are fueling mass migration and detention. Capitalism has brought us unending wars, political instability, climate chaos, poverty, and economic devastation all over the world. It has wreaked havoc on all of our lives for generations, but it doesn't have to be our future. Our organization, the Revolutionary Communists of America, represents the US section of a worldwide political party, the Revolutionary Communist International, which is active in more than 70 countries around the world. In the United States, we're in almost every major US city. This organization has been in Europe since the early 1990s, and we've been building our US party since 1998. Our goal, in short, is to overthrow capitalism in our lifetimes and institute a planned socialist economy based on human rights, human need, and a sustainable future for everyone. If you'd like to join us in this momentous endeavor, then we would love to talk to you. Please come over to our table and come talk to us, and thank you so much for allowing us to be here and host this event tonight.
Thank you.
All right, guys, a few housekeeping things. I didn't hire marshals for this. I didn't ask for any from the coalition, so please make sure you're out of the street so we're not attracting any negative attention. I also wanted to point over to this black table next to my colleague, my comrade here, Tondel. Tondel, raise your hand. There are empanadas at that table, and they are all for you guys. This event is all about joy. That's what I wanted tonight. I want to dance together. We're showing resistance through joy, because it doesn't always have to be speeches and protest. We can eat together, we can dance together, we can have fun together, and we can allow them to hear us inside. That's my goal for tonight. I also just wanted to, before I give it to Luna and her mom, I just wanted to tell you guys about this book, Open Veins of Latin America. U.S. imperialism is the reason that we are here today. This is the reason that these indigenous people are locked up inside, because they were forced from their homes, from their pueblitos, to the United States. They didn't want to leave their homes, not all of them anyway. They wanted to stay where they were at and be safe and have a good life, a good quality of life, a life of dignity. And U.S. imperialism took that away from them. And they came here, and now they're having their dignity taken again. Shame. So I wanted to give this moment to Luna and her mom. Luna, do you want to come up?
Is it okay if I take it off?
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay. No, that should be fine. Okay.
Hola, Janet, hola. We love you.
Pues ya puedes empezar.
Buenas tardes a todos.
Good afternoon to everyone.
Gracias a los comunistas de América por parar aquí.
Thank you to the Revolutionary Communists of America for being here.
Esto me hace recordar en la administración pasada de Trump, cuando estaba el COVID, que creamos un campamento fuera del centro de detención por 89 días.
This reminds me, during COVID times, we did have an encampment outside of this detention center for approximately 89 days.
Para mí fue muy importante ese movimiento porque caminamos junto al movimiento de Black Lives Matter por la muerte de George Floyd y Alicia McClain, donde Abolish ICE Denver, peleando por la comunidad inmigrante, caminamos juntos por brutalidad policial y por los derechos de los inmigrantes.
It was a really important time, as at the time we did have the Elijah McClain case as well as the George Floyd case going on all together, and it's important to recognize the intersection and that we all walked along, together with the immigration issues as well as the issues going on with police brutality.
Pero creo que lo más importante fue que se unió la comunidad. Teníamos gente comunista, socialista, anarquista, nativa americana, Black Lives Matter, originales indígenas de América, comunidad inmigrante, y caminamos juntos estos movimientos.
During this time, we had people of all walks of life come together, white, black, indigenous, anything you can name, honestly, because at this point, everything's just, you're not like pure-blooded, you know, everything's been colonized, but we all walked along.
Ahorita estoy muy cerca de cumplir 6 meses, 180 días detenida en este campo de concentración.
It is getting to the point where she is about to make 6 months, 180 days at this concentration camp.
Más o menos antes del 17 de septiembre se van a introducir una nueva resolución, nuevos papeles para presionar a que la juez responda sobre mi caso.
A couple days prior to the 17th, there will be some submissions that will be going towards the judge, essentially, you know, pushing for her to make a decision within her case.
De alguna manera he estado muy callada, he estado pasiva, sin hacer muchas cosas públicas sobre mi caso, pensando que eso iba a ayudar. Pero esa no es Janet Vizguerra. Janet Vizguerra es la que lucha públicamente, empuja el movimiento, lucha no solo por ella, sino por toda su comunidad inmigrante.
And at this time, I've been very quiet, but very, you know, not very public, just very nice, which is not my style. If you know my mom's style, it's very public, everything's ramped up and things get done.
Voy a coordinar con mi colega Jennifer Piper para el día que estén introduciendo esa nueva moción, tal vez tener una rueda de prensa allá afuera y dejarles saber al gobierno que a partir de ahí comienza la revolución, comienza el movimiento por Free Janet, Free Palestina y los derechos de toda la gente.
And at the time of the motion, as well as right now, I will be working alongside my colleague Jennifer Piper, and probably at the time she will be calling a press conference and basically indicating that it's time to go ahead and, you know, create a revolution. It's been too soft. We need to free Jeanette, free Palestine, as well as focus on just basic human rights.
Woo! Free all indigenous people.
Y ahí voy a necesitar de toda mi comunidad, voy a necesitar de cada grupo que ha venido desde que estoy aquí. Son 6 meses donde cada lunes este es el lugar donde vamos a crear ese nuevo movimiento de derechos civiles y vamos a defender la democracia de este país y los derechos de toda la gente.
And at that time, I would like for my community to stand by, for them to go ahead and join within the action that's going to be taken and continue to go ahead and defend, you know, the real American people.
Este gobierno está tratando de cerrar todos los canales, todas las vías, todas las oportunidades que tenemos para pelear nuestros casos. El día viernes quitaron el derecho a tener una audiencia de fianza para que tengamos que pelear nuestros casos aquí detenidos. Pero si seguimos trabajando juntos, seguimos trabajando unidos, seguimos creando movimiento, somos más fuertes nosotros, el pueblo.
During this time, they're aiming to take away all avenues, all ways to be able to achieve freedom within this country. And as we saw on Friday, they did go ahead and remove the ability to go ahead and be granted bond. They want us to continue inside of these detention centers. We're also seeing many people that do end up having wins in their cases that simply keep getting transferred over and over in detention facilities because it does make them more money.
Shame.
I don't know where she went, guys. She'll be back here shortly. Also, usually my family were able to come visit her on Sundays. If any of you are interested in or have the ability to visit on Mondays and Thursdays, because I'd like for her to see new faces. I'd like for her to, you know, be able to let more people know than the typical like 4 people that come and visit her. You know, different things to do. It would be really appreciated. Just come find me after. And we are still working on like fundraising, but things get really tiring. Like, it's okay. Your mom is gone, like your Medicaid is expired, things like that. So there's just a lot going on, but I promise we're still doing things.
Quiero que también la comunidad sabe que están empezando a tener represalias, quitando el servicio de teléfono para evitar la comunicación hacia el exterior con ustedes. Son ya muchos lunes que nos quitan la comunicación para que yo no pueda comunicar y denunciar y educar y organizar a mi gente.
And there has been a lot of repercussion, especially from what I've seen from the vigils themselves. They go ahead and attempt to take away communication, whether it be taking away the tablets, whether it be, turning off the phones. And they go ahead and they did this last Friday as well. They typically also do this when they are about to deport people, and we're seeing people being deported on a daily basis at this point, when about last year it was once a week.
Pero está bien que hagan eso porque me siguen dando herramientas para poder demostrar que siguen violando mi primera enmienda, mi derecho a expresarme y a denunciar las cosas que dañan a mi comunidad.
For the time being, I will continue to deal with this as they do continue to give me the tools that, as we all know, she is within this detention center because she is a political prisoner. They are violating her First Amendment right, and they continue to show the same actions over and over, just helping make, her case stronger.
La semana pasada lancé una convocatoria donde voy a necesitar que todo mundo me ayude a pasar la palabra, donde aunque nosotros estamos detenidos aquí adentro, también podemos hacer cosas para pelear. Boicot económico, no llamadas, no videollamadas, no comisaria, para quitarle los billones de dinero que ganan cada semana estas compañías.
And last week, I did go ahead and make a public statement. Although we are detained within this detention center, the biggest ways that they go ahead and fail is through a loss of revenue. So we are, starting to boycott the phone calls, starting to boycott the commissary, all things of that sort as much as possible.
Tenemos que quitarle la vía económica, que aún estando detenidos, seguimos generándoles ganancias a estos negocios. Es la razón por la que quieren seguir abriendo más centros de detención, porque ven que es un negocio muy redituable, que ganan billones y billones. Por cada persona que usa una videollamada son $8, por más de 40,000 camas. Cada gente consume entre 70 y 120 de comisaria a la semana. Son ganancias billonarias cada semana para las compañías de comisaria. Y no solo estoy lanzando la campaña para centros de detención, también para las cárceles federales y estatales que tienen las mismas compañías y que detienen a nuestra gente mayormente de color sin tener crímenes.
And it is most important to, cut them off where it most hurts, and it'll always be on the monetary side. And this call is not only for the detention centers, it is also for federal jails, anything kind of the same sort, because they continue to earn billions and billions through these phone calls, through the commissary. Every person, when they go to commissary, they spend about 120. Every 8-minute phone call, or every 20-minute phone call costs about $8, and with 40,000 beds, it adds up.
Necesitamos que compartan la palabra para que si hay gente que tiene familiares detenidos o son detenidos en cualquier centro de detención o en cualquier cárcel, hagamos este movimiento económico para frustrar las ganancias de estas corporaciones.
And we would like for you guys, if you know of people that are detained at this time, to try to spread the word, because it is a little bit difficult between facilities. But to let them know that they have power, and their power is their dollar.
Pero también quiero agradecer que no han dejado solos a mi familia, a mis hijos que han estado ahí liderando mi lucha. Gracias por estar ahí, parando a mi lado, parando al lado del movimiento de inmigrantes.
And I would like to thank everyone. It's been 6 months to where my family has not been alone. This would be very, very difficult if we did not have community to back us. There's simple things that go ahead and they get very difficult over time, whether it be school pickups, whether it be even figuring out like health insurance benefits, things like that, things that your mom would do on the regular. My mom is gone, so there's been a lot of community to help us out at this time.
Por favor, también tenemos un GoFundMe donde seguimos recaudando fondos para seguir esta lucha, para poder ayudar también a otras personas que están en una situación bien difícil, que necesitan apoyo económico para pelear sus casos, pero también tienen problemas médicos. Sigan donando ahí, porque de esa manera estoy ayudando a otras personas también aquí adentro.
And we are continuing to raise funds, not only for the legal circumstances, but helping people out within the detention center in the ways that we can. A lot of people get suddenly deported and they only ask the people that are nearby for help, as well as there's a lot of people that go ahead and have their own, that have their own family issues, whether it be medical, whether it be housing, anything of the sort. It adds up, and we try to help in the ways that we can. And she said she was going to call back, but I don't know. So if someone wants to take this in the meantime.
Free Jeanette.
Free
Que
Jeanette.
una fuerza de naturaleza esas mujeres. What a force of nature these women are. I wanted to thank a few people tonight. I wanted to thank Notes of Dissent for letting us use their sound equipment. Thank you. And also Cody Coconut from, he's a DJ from Trax Nightclub who also offered up sound equipment, and we brought that here tonight. And my guests, our guests here, Indigenous Corporation, 5280. They're gonna be dancing for us tonight and giving us a presentation. And I wanted to give the floor to them when you guys are ready.
Thank you for being here, William.
Dos, Hititita Usini, Ha, Za, Sikadave. Hello, good evening, friends, relatives, and family. We want to thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of this space with you. As I know many of us have endured different struggles and pains and unfairness in the society that we live in. And, you know, we all, in a lot of ways, are very similar. And so we want to thank you for allowing us to be a part of remembering the joy in life and remembering the good that we all have as people and as one. And so I'd like to introduce us. We are Indigenous Corporation 5280. We are a cultural awareness organization that brings Indigenous representation into every community through dance exhibition, origin storytelling, and cultural awareness education. We uplift Indigenous business organizations, and we bring awareness to some of the social and climate injustices currently impacting our communities. But not only do we think about our communities, we think about all communities, because someday we're gonna leave this earth to the next generations, not only our children, but of course yours as well. So tonight we wanna think of unity, and we wanna bring that good spirit into this circle. And with that, we do follow certain protocols that help our people through some of these things. And so we'd like to start this evening out with a prayer, and with a prayer song. And I ask that during the duration of the prayer song only, that there be no recording or photos taken, just because this is a spiritual moment for all of us that are here today together, and for us to bring that good energy and just have those good thoughts here. So yeah, and then after that, you're more than welcome to take as many photos and videos as you would like. I want to just portray that we don't come there to be harmful or to bring any type of guilt of what has happened in the past for any of us. We just want to be in the right headspace and heart of what our intentions are in a good way. So we're gonna go ahead and hold this prayer.
I'm good. How are you doing? I started crying because I just it overcame me. It's too much. That's a lot. she on the phone or no?
She's still on the phone.
Yeah, hi. I'm okay. I'm getting a little emotional, a little crying a little bit. Yeah.
Thank you for coming every Monday. Thank you.
Yeah, every Monday.
Thank you for taking this story, this movement.
Yes, that's what I plan on doing. I've made a commitment to do that, to be here every Monday. So, and we need to get you out. We need to get you out. I love you. I love you.
I love you too.
Okay. Talk to you later. Yeah, I'm getting a little emotional, guys. I've been here every Monday. Except for one. That's too much. It's too much. I'm just looking through the windows there. Okay, we'll walk back over. Thanks for being with me here tonight. I'm sorry, guys. Thank you to my moderators for watching out.
So I want to thank you for allowing us that time here on out. You're very welcome to do any photos and videos as you would like. And I want to be transparent with you and let you all know that me personally, I'm still in that journey of finding out where I belong and the people that I belong with. I have my family here who we grow together and we learn together, and I'm here to learn from each and every one of you as well. And I want to thank you the opportunity, and I want to thank the team for allowing me to do so. And you know, a lot of these times, these subjects that come up, they make certain people feel uncomfortable. And I think that's what we need to do, is we need to speak on those things that are most important to us, even if it makes somebody feel uncomfortable, because then that means that maybe it's not completely the right way to do things. One of the teachings that we always carry with us is that there's multiple different ways to do one thing. There's not just that one way that's gonna work for everybody. And so one of the things that we want to talk about is the land, right? The land that we're on. And one of the topics that can be kind of controversial, depending on where it's derived from, is known as a land acknowledgement. But I believe that as Indigenous people, it's important for us to acknowledge our ancestors that have settled here for generations, from here all around the world. And so I'm going to speak on something that I developed in the talk of land acknowledgements, and I would hope that's okay to share with you. As I speak these words, just think of, you know, where you come from, where you originated from, and what we're fighting for, in the sense of what our beliefs are and what we want for the best of all people. And again, we don't do these things to be performative. This is a way of life. This is how we live every day that we live on this earth. And so as we touch on the subject of performative, what does a land acknowledgement really mean to you? When you research what is a land acknowledgement, you will find the definition, and land acknowledgement is a formal statement that recognizes Indigenous peoples as the original stewards of the land and their ongoing relationship with it. Many land acknowledgements presented without an intentional action can be portrayed as performative. I believe a land acknowledgement is determined by who is presenting it. As Indigenous Native American people, we acknowledge our ancestors that take care of these lands of Mother Earth, the lands that were stolen by colonization. We acknowledge the genocide, the displacement of nations, removal of our children, and the generational trauma that is embedded in our blood. Today, we celebrate our existence. We acknowledge the strength and resilience of our people, paving a way through the concrete jungle for our future generations. When we talk about land, land is a part of who we are. It is a mixture of our blood, our past, our current, and our future. We carry our ancestors in us, and they're around us, as you all do. So with that, I am proud to honor and acknowledge that we are on the traditional territories, and ancestral homelands of the Cheyenne and Arapaho nations who survived the Sand Creek attack in 1864. Now, there's a key word in there. I did not say massacre, because if it was a massacre, many of us wouldn't be here today. The Ute, the Southern Ute, the Ute Mountain Ute, the Lakota, the Kiowa, the Comanche, Apache, Shoshone, and others of the 48 tribes that have called this land home. And if you hear those names, you'll recognize them as some of the street names as you come through the Denver metro area. So maybe now, instead of just seeing it as a street name, you might know it as a people. From a non-native land acknowledgement perspective, it is important to understand the long-standing history that has brought you to reside on the land and to seek to understand your place within that history. Land acknowledgements do not exist in a past tense or historical context. Colonism is a current ongoing process, and we need to build our mindfulness of our present participation. What is the intention of your land acknowledgement? What steps will you take to support Indigenous people? Will you create alliances and allow them a seat at the table? And we want to thank you for allowing us to eat at that table with you. We want to thank the organization for putting this together and bringing people together for something that's bigger than ourselves, that is a movement or a revolution, as that was mentioned earlier. Sharing a space for Indigenous voices to be heard. In the month of September, we honor our elders who survived the boarding school system, and we remember every child matters. In October, we remind the public our culture is not a costume. And in November, we celebrate Native American Heritage Month. However, we are not only Indigenous during these times. It is a way of life. It is how we live every day. We live in our children's past, meaning when we are long and gone, they will carry on our legacy, our teachings, and what we leave behind for them. This land is not ours to keep, but to simply borrow from future generations to come. So that when we say those words, again, we're not only thinking about our nieces here, but we're thinking about all the young ones who are next in that line to take on these responsibilities that we're all carrying with us. And so tonight, I really want to be mindful of the space that we're in, and just to be mindful of the words that I choose and the impact that they make on people. I'm really in this era of healing where it's important to be mindful of how you treat and make your neighbor feel. And so in our presentation, we take you down a historical timeline between U.S. history and Native American history, and some of the milestones that occurred and some of the dances that came about. Today, the two dance styles that we have, I feel are really relevant to tonight, as one being the healing dance and the other one being a second chance at life, which I think is really relevant to what the movement that we're really trying to be about today. So I first would like to introduce here our drum. This drum here is a breathing living entity. It is known to have the same power as the womb of a woman, as the womb is the gateways from the heavens to the earth that bring life here. And it is constructed by our surroundings. The wood constructs the make of the drum, and it's wrapped with rawhide that comes from our four-legged relatives. And it is known as the heartbeat of our nation. As you can see that the sound of that drum beat resembles the way your heart beats. So this drum is not only for Native American Indigenous people, but all Indigenous people, all walks of life. And I hope that tonight it brings that healing that you need. And so we're gonna go ahead and go into our presentation. We'll start with the first dance style is known as women's traditional. Now this comes to us during a time when we had warrior societies. These warrior societies, you did not get to choose to be a part of them as you would in a military setting. They chose you based off of who you were and how you carried yourself for your community, for your family, and who you were seen in that way. And our women wanted to honor our relatives, and they started participating in those celebration dances when they would come back from gathering or from hunting and providing for our family. And so our women would join in that circle and dance alongside. So today I'd like to introduce you to Miss Wendy Irving. As you'll see, let's give her a round of applause. As you see, from the time that we exit the womb of our mother and into her arms, as young as our baby niece here, to all ages, up to our very last days, are we a part of this circle. So I would greatly like to exhibit the women's traditional dance. it, Wendy comes from the Northern Cheyenne and Ogallala people. And this dance style, it represents the dignity and the grace of our Indigenous women. So just watching her dance, it kind of tells the story of Jeanette, right? The strength that she is carrying on for her family and for this movement and what she stands for, and the grace that she carries along with that. So watching Wendy, that's what I thought about, is just that strength and just that being able to be here and knowing that our dances, we don't dance for ourselves, we dance for our people and the people that need that healing. So just watching Wendy really just kind of reside with me of just that grace and dignity and power that Jeanette carries. And so that was to honor her in that way. And that came to us into the 18th to 19th century. So come into the 1920s era. It was the time of the Spanish flu era. And there was a young girl who came from the Anishinaabe people, the Great Lakes people, the Ojibwe. And her grandfather had a dream about this dress when she became severely ill with that sickness that ties to the Spanish flu era. And he had a dream about this dress, and in that dream he was told how to construct this dress, the healing and the meaning that this dress would bring to his people. So when he awakened from that dream, he shared it with his wife, who then came together with 4 other women in the community, and they constructed 4 different dresses. And on these dresses were these tin cones on those dresses, and during the time of our trade, they were the tobacco can lids that were shaped into that cone shape. And originally there was 365 jingles per dress, and every one of those jingles is placed by hand onto that dress, representing a prayer for your community, for your family, but also for yourself, because sometimes we tend to forget ourselves. We even tend to forget to forgive ourselves. And so when they created those 4 dresses, those 4 women came to a drum ceremony, and they began to dance and make their way around that circle. And as they made their way around, that young girl who was severely ill, who wasn't very much younger than our niece here, and she then went from sitting to standing to then dancing and joining in with those women. So that right there is the true term behind the dancing, with joy and how to overcome things. When things seem like to be out of our control, the only thing we have left is to give it to Creator. And it's a very emotional time for everybody right now, but I think this dance alone is going to hopefully help us in a lot of ways. And so I'm really grateful to introduce my baby nieces here. This is Miss Adelie Peters. Give a round of applause. And our little showstopper over here, Miss Aurora Peters. She's the youngest member of our dance group. And I hope she brings you the joy that you're looking for, because I know she definitely brings a lot of joy into our lives and into our family. And so I'm really glad that they are here to share this gift with you, as they are one of the youngest professional dancers that I know. But they are Oglala Lakota. They are the daughters of Anthony and Vanessa Peters, who are a strong backbone to our family. And so we're going to exhibit that jingle dress. This is also known as the healing dance.
Hey,
Thank you so much for showing them some love. You know, Aura's like, she's awesome because like when she's feeling it, she'll get out there and just have a good time and bring that joy. And if you think about it, looking at them, you kind of envision that story, right, of that young girl who is bringing that healing, who is receiving that healing, but also offering that healing. And that's really what that dance is about. Is I even am, as a jingle dress dancer, like I receive just as much healing dancing for those who need it. And it's really has just been a soul part of my identity and who I am. So again, the healing dance I think is super important and really relates to what we're doing here tonight. So I hope that you felt some of that healing. So then the next dance style comes to us into the 1930s to 1950s era. It originated from the Ponca people, and originally it was known as the Men's Fancy Bustle. And it also comes to us during the time of the Buffalo Bill Wild West show, where they were starting to tell the story about these indigenous dances. And so it has two bustles on them, and it's really upbeat, really energetic, really just kind of brings the crowd together. Our women wanted to participate in that dance style, and at the time it wasn't known as a women's dance style, but they still did. They stood up for something they believed in, and they wore that regalia and they danced these dance styles alongside our men. There was a time where a lot of our tribes were matriarch tribes. You know, the women were the ones who made the decisions, and they were the ones that you had to ask permission for your warriors to go out into battle. And so for our women to stand up for something they believed in and wear this dance style was a movement in itself. And that was in the 1950s that the women's fancy shawl dance come about. And it is known as the butterfly dance. As you know, it tells a story of when a butterfly goes from a cocoon to a full-grown butterfly. It's a second chance at life. It's the same as the spring when, you know, everything comes back to life in Mother Earth. The trees, the flowers, all of the animals and everything. And so it really just is another one of those that represents the beauty and grace of women. And so tonight I'm going to exhibit the women's fancy shawl dance. My name is Growing Plume. My English name is Raya Joyhart. I'm a member of the Northern Arapaho, Eastern Shoshone, and Flathead Nations from the Wind River Reservation in Fort Washakie, Wyoming. I actually work in a behavioral health department, so I think especially right now with it being suicide prevention and National Recovery Awareness Month, I think it's important for us to be mindful of our mental health and just, you know, kind of be mindful of how everybody and what they're going through silently. So I am really thankful to have been able to be a part of this way of life most of my life. And so to be able to share this with you is really meaningful for me. Thank you.
Hey,
Thank you. As you bear with me as I get my my energy or my breathing under control. I really hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed that so much.
Yeah.
You know, it's really a beautiful time in my life right now. I'm really working on my mental, physical, and emotional health. And so just being able to express myself through dance, because it's a different way of expressing ourselves without words. And I think that was our calling to be here today, is to share something with you all that words sometimes doesn't always give the feeling that we want it to. Sometimes language and the words we use can be misunderstood. Sometimes words can be harmful. And I think that for us to be able to come together as community, and I always say we might not know each other now, but after tonight, we're all family. So with that, we do have something that is the most specialist part of our presentation here tonight, is allowing an opportunity for you all to join us and to call yourself a professional dancer for the day. And so I would love if you guys were all able to join us in a dance, which is very simple. Don't feel intimidated. It's known as a round dance. It's a friendship dance. It's a community dance. In that circle, we are all equal. We are all one. No matter your background, no matter the insecurities that we carry with us, or if we don't always see eye to eye, you know, I'm here to learn. And again, full transparency. If I said anything that's been offensive, if I wasn't 100% educated on something, please educate me. Please have that open heart and mind for me as well, because again, I'm just being a young person, and this world that we live in today, it's hard trying to figure it all out, you know. So I just want to thank you for being so graceful with me for that. So I just want to make sure that I am intentional with that. So again, in this circle, we're all equal, and it's just talking about the heartbeat of the nation. So it's just a really simple beat, and you kind of connect it with your heartbeat as it makes that sound. And you're just gonna do a light shuffle to the left, just like this. Okay, so you guys could all come out into the grass area. Feel free to gather hands, as this is a way for us to connect, but no pressure. So come on out, come together. Now you'll notice there is a blanket there, and that blanket there, this is also called a blanket dance. And so, as we were talking earlier with Jeanette, and just being mindful of, you know, we don't want to take from anybody who's already kind of just has a lot going on, but there is also things that are greatly contributed for us to continue to do what we do. So if anybody has any monetary love that they'd like to share, feel free to throw it on that blanket there. We really greatly appreciate you, but again, we're not here to take from anybody who you know already has a lot going on. But just keep in mind, that's what that blanket's there for. Okay, so again, this is the round dance, and we have our dancer out here, Miss Wendy, who will kind of help guide you along the way. Make room for everybody and everybody if you can. And so listen to that heartbeat of that drum. And you might think of the heartbeat. Yes, so we're gonna go clockwise. So you are gonna actually move to the left, like with a shuffle. Yeah, you got it right here in front of you. You got it, yeah. Perfect. And so just remember, in this circle, again, we're all equal, and we're all family now. Have fun. This is about having joy and just connecting with one another, and you know, not feeling like anybody's gonna laugh at you, or you know, I think tonight was, so we're talking about resistance through joy, right? So this is a way for us to resist and to remember the joy in life. And that's the beautiful thing about our indigenous culture, is that obviously there's so much history that everybody's aware of, but we don't need to bring that out into light tonight. Tonight's all about celebrating the resilience to where we are now. So Okay, so how's that feel? That was your trial run, by the way. Okay, so here's the real thing, all right? So here we go. Here's the round dance. So there's going to be a point where you're going to hear that downbeat go a little more powerful. That's known as a honor beat. So when we hear that next one, we're going to come to the center and you're going to just let whatever makes you release. If you want to do a lili, which is like, or if you want to do a war cry, which is like, let's see it. There you go. That's a war cry, okay? So, and I'll let you know when that's coming up, okay? Come back out and keep going. Okay, okay, again, trial run. Here we go. Here's the real deal.
You're all professional now.
You're all professional now. Okay, here we go. Just two more. You got this. Give yourselves a round of applause. Okay, so turn to your neighbor and say, thank you for dancing. I appreciate you. All right. I'll give you guys a pat on the back. You're all professional dancers for the day. And just that feeling of joy. I know, we come here with passion and for a movement, but that right there is exactly what resilience and resistance through joy is. So again, we want to thank you so much for showing your love, your monetary donations, greatly appreciated. And thank you so much for letting us be here. If you would like for us to come into your community and bring that same love and joy, please reach out to us. And again, just know our hearts and our minds are with you. Our hearts and minds are with Jeanette and her family and for the movement and what you believe in. So we want to thank you very much. Before we go, I would like to introduce our singers here, as they are the voice that carry us. We have Robert Ironshield, Little Bob. He's known as SpongeBob, Bob the Builder, whatever you may like. You can call him anything, just don't call him late for dinner. Then we have our brother here, Mr. Anthony Peters. He is the founder and owner of Native Auto Detailing. So if you need auto detailing, that's your guy there. Okay. He's a loving father and husband to our girls and our backbone, his wife over there. So we just want to make sure to introduce them as we introduce the drum of the Denver Dakota drum. And it looks like Bob wants to say something. He always has to have the last word. So here, Bob.
I got a question.
Here, Bob.
I got a question for y'all. What's the greatest nation in the world? Anyone? Anyone?
Humanity.
Humanity is the greatest nation in the world. Anyone else? Well, donation is the greatest nation in the world. It helps us get to places and helps us with gas. We came here to do this for free. We really appreciate your donations and your time and putting up with us and letting us be a part of your celebration and helping you guys out. Because recently we had a political prisoner that was released. It was a political prisoner for how many years, Wendy?
Peltier. Yep.
Over 50 years, since the 70s, Leonard Peltier. The government held him and he got released this year. So we understand your fight and what you're going through. So we just like to thank you for your donations and for your time. And we love all you guys, because a lot of things that we forget in this world is love. That's what we forget about a lot of things. So we teach our children that, to love and to be open-minded, because we're all here. We're all part of this human race. We all face the same struggles. No one's better than the other. We all bleed the same. We all hurt the same. We all cry. Everything we go through, we all go through it. So with that, I'd like to thank you, and let's give Raya a hand here today. She's our little boss baby. She keeps us in line, and she keeps us going, and she sets everything up for us. So I got a lot of respect and love for this young woman. So thank you all again.
Thank you.
I can shake all your hands, but thank you.
We love you.
So as many of you know, we usually sing a little bit, at least together, and we often march or walk, as we will, down to the windows where some of the people look out and see some of us and at least hear us. So we have a couple things we'll sing, one and two things. One is, you know very much, to the tune of When the Saints Go Marching In. We've done it a lot before. For musicians, if they need music, well, good luck. But thank you, Notes of Descent, so come along with the music. We'll do Immigrants Are Welcome Here, Immigrants Are Welcome Here, How I Love You as My Neighbor, Immigrants Are Welcome Here, and then we'll switch to Refugees after a few times. Okay? And then we'll start proceeding. We'll do that a couple times together, and then we'll start proceeding down near the windows and keep it going. Okay? Where's my lead? Where's my lead? Thank you. Oh, immigrants are welcome here. Oh, how I love you. Oh, how I love you. Ask my neighbor.
My neighbor. Immigrants are welcome here. Welcome here. Immigrants are welcome here. Oh, how I love you as my neighbor. Immigrants are welcome here.
Let's try on refugees.
Refugees are welcome here. Oh, refugees are welcome here. Oh, how I love you as my neighbor. Refugees are welcome here.
Let's stop
welcome here. Oh, immigrants are welcome here. How I love you as my neighbor. Immigrants are welcome here.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. I don't know, man. I gotta talk to some chair over here.
Thank you for joining us here tonight. It's a lovely evening. Got a terrible, terrible place. Yes. We'll wander down there, wait for a little bit longer, but I want to say goodnight and thank you and tell you I love you. Remember, free Jeanette. Free Palestine. I'll see you again sooner rather than later. We did right. Started to fight. Aurora pies on the prize. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.